All set whenever you're all ready.
Yeah. First step to the counter. State your full name for the judge. Include your middle.
Name's Michael Mulvey.
All right, sir. Do you have a middle name?
Michael.
Okay, and what's your first name then?
James Michael Mulvey.
Okay, thank you, sir. I don't. The speaker just might have not picked it up.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. I want to confirm your address. The state is alleging one criminal violation against you, and that's driving on a suspended, revoked, or canceled driver's license. That's a Class 1 misdemeanor. There's also an allegation of a civil traffic offense, which is a yield to a stationary vehicle. On those charges, that criminal charge, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. With your permission, what I'd like to do is hold your arraignment, which is to make you aware of the penalty range of the charge, make you aware of your pleas, advise you of your right to an attorney, and then with your consent, handle these procedures. Now, I'm trying to save you trips back to court.
Yeah.
All right, so for me to do that, I need your consent to do this by video and waive your personal appearance. Do I have that?
Yes.
All right, sir. So your options are to plead either guilty, not guilty, or no contest. The difference between a guilty plea and a no contest plea is the following. If you plead guilty, you're admitting to the crime and the facts of the case. If you plead no contest, you're not admitting or denying the facts of the case, but accepting a conviction. Both guilty and no contest plea go down on your criminal history as a conviction. The third choice is a not guilty plea. That means that you're either innocent of the charge alleged against you or you wish to talk to the prosecutor about the case. So those are the three choices. The Class 1 misdemeanor has a maximum fine of $2,500, 6 months of jail, and or 3 years of probation. There is no jail time being sought in this case, so whether you're found guilty after a trial or whether you plead guilty or no contest, you're not facing jail time as a consequence of sentencing. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. You also have the right to an attorney. The court does not have a qualifying reason unless you provide one to appoint a court-appointed attorney. There's no jail time, so that's one reason. If you want to request a court-appointed attorney, there's two requirements. Number one is you must financially qualify for one, meaning you must not be able to afford to. And then secondly, you must provide a reason of good cause for a court-appointed attorney. One of those would be jail time, but we don't have that. Or your option is to waive the presence of an attorney. So hire an attorney, give the court a reason for a court-appointed attorney at little or no cost to you, or waive the presence of an attorney.
I'll waive the presence.
All right, sir. So what I'll be doing is sending you a form that does two things. It waives your personal appearance that we talked about to do this by video. And secondly, it waives the presence of an attorney, so your signature will be required on that form, okay?
Uh-huh.
All right, sir. Do you have any questions regarding the plea options that I gave you?
No.
How do you wish to plead to the criminal charge of driving suspended?
No contest.
Okay. I'll enter a no contest plea for that violation. Then there's that civil traffic violation. That takes a responsible or not responsible plea. If you plead responsible, a fine or sanction will be imposed on that. If you plead not responsible, I set a civil traffic hearing up, and me or another judge will hear that civil traffic hearing. The officer would be subpoenaed, and any witnesses on any of the parties could show up, any documentation. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
On the violation of yielding to a stationary vehicle, do you plead responsible or not responsible?
Responsible, sir. I wasn't
Okay.
aware of the law.
Okay, I'll add your responsible plea. What I'll do now, sir, is move forward into advising you of the rights that you're giving up by entering that no contest plea on the criminal charge. I want to make sure you're aware of those rights. First off, are you on probation or parole?
No.
Okay. All right, by entering your no contest plea, you're giving up the following rights. The right to plead not guilty and require the state to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. The right to have a trial in front of a judge. The right to have the assistance of an attorney at all stages of the proceeding, including appeal, and that's what we talked about with the waiver form. You're giving up the right to confront witnesses against you and cross-examine them as to the truthfulness of their testimony. You give up the right to present evidence in your own behalf and have the court compel your chosen witnesses to appear and testify free of charge. You're given up the right to remain silent and to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And you're also given up the right to a direct appeal. I want to make you aware of possible collateral consequences, and those include the following: the possible suspension of your driver's license, an impact on a commercial driver's license or other professional license, an impact on your insurance rates, the revocation of probation or parole, an increased penalty for further criminal charges, becoming a prohibited possessor if convicted of domestic violence charges, and if you're not a citizen of the United States, a plea or finding of guilt may result in your deportation or being denied citizenship or re-entry. Further on your citizenship is Rule 17.2. If you're not a citizen of the United States, pleading guilty or no contest to a crime may affect your immigration status. Admitting guilt may result in deportation even if the charge is later dismissed. Your plea or admission of guilt could result in your deportation or removal, could prevent you from ever being able to get legal status in the United States, or could prevent you from becoming a United States citizen. Having each of these rights in mind, do you wish to waive those rights and enter a no contest plea to the court?
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
Okay. Regarding your no contest plea, are you making that plea voluntarily?
Yes.
Nobody forced, threatened, or harassed you to make that plea?
No.
Did anybody tell you that if you pled no contest, you would receive a lighter sentence or punishment?
No.
Okay. The court finds that you entered your no contest plea knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently, and will accept your plea. I'll be sending you a form that has my initials down the left column. That's the rights that I just reviewed with you that you're waiving with your no contest plea. That form will require your signature indicating the waiving of those rights. All right, sir, I'm going to review a factual basis. Now, these facts you're not admitting or denying because you entered no contest, but you're acknowledging that if the case proceeded to trial, these would be the facts that would be used at the trial. And that is on February 11th of 2026 at about 10:53 p.m. You were contacted at or near milepost 248.5 on State Route 87. In that police contact, the Gila County Sheriff's deputy contacted you regarding failure to yield to a stationary vehicle. In that investigation, it was found that your license was suspended, revoked, or canceled. That violation occurred in Gila County and the jurisdiction of this court. Does that sound consistent with the facts that would be presented if the case proceeded to trial?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sir, do you wish to give any statement to the court before we move into sentencing?
No, sir.
All right. All right. So you do have some prior arrests and convictions for driving suspended, correct?
Yes.
Are you able to get your license back?
Now they have I sold the vehicle and somebody didn't take it out of my name. He got it impounded. They gave me a abandoned vehicle. It cost $500. I didn't have it at the time. and I still don't. I'm unemployed, so
Okay.
um, I don't have it. I'm diabetic, so the neuropathy in my feet is keeping me from working, and
Okay.
I can't get disability because I haven't worked for 5 out of the last 10 years due to that ailment, and it's just hard. It's hard.
Okay.
I don't have the money.
Okay, sir. So if I offered you community service to work at a nonprofit organization and it wasn't physically demanding, would that be something you'd be interested in to help pay these fines off?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to offer.
How much would the fine be?
Yeah, so I haven't imposed that yet because I just heard your
Oh,
statement. So know that that misdemeanor I talked to you, it ranges from 0 up to $2,500.
yeah, yeah,
I'm going to impose $560 for that violation. Okay. If you're able to get your license, I know that's might be challenging for you right now with what you explained, but you can get us evidence of that license within 30 days. I'll reduce that down to $250. Okay.
okay,
If you're not able to, then the 560 stays imposed. The fine for the civil traffic violation is 542.25. That's a pretty significant charge, and some of that is mandatory that needs to be done. So there's a court security fee of $35.80 that is also added, and a one-time jail fee of $69.
wow,
If you're not able to pay the total balance, which comes out to $1,207.05, I can put you on a payment plan, but I have to add a $20 payment plan. Is that what you choose to do?
yeah,
Okay, so I'll do that. So we have a total balance that's due of $1,227.05. So I know that you're making payments and all that. I'm going to assign the court mandatory minimum of $25 per month, and I'll schedule your first payment due 30 days from today's date. So you have to make $25 payment a month. In the meantime, you can do some of the community service, and I'm going to send you a form that'll kind of self-explanatory. It'll have a date that you need to perform. I'm going to start you with 25 hours, and since you're not working, maybe you can get 25 hours in a month.
yeah,
Make sure you do that within the time periods set and get that form turned into us. We audit it. Our clerks will call and make sure that you did the work. And then I'll continue to do that up until these fines are settled. But I just do it at 25 hours a month, and you can keep asking, okay?
yeah. I can make $50 payment on it right now.
That'll be up to you. Do you want me to sign you making a payment today of 50?
Yeah,
All right, and then I'll schedule the $25 a month minimum for the rest of them, okay?
yeah.
Let me find when that next due date would be. I think it's going to be March 13th, but let me double check. Yes, March 13th will be the next $25 payment that's due.
Okay.
That's also when the community service will be due. So I'm going to start with 25 hours for you. Hopefully you're able to get close to that number. Just turn in whatever you have. If it's late, it won't count. So I don't want you to do the community service for no reason, okay?
Yeah.
You'll be able to email that information to us as well. So if you get that form, do it so you don't have to drive in unless you're in town already, whatever you want to do there. But I'm ordering 25 hours of community restitution, community service that is due by 3/13 of 2026. Submit whatever hours you're able to do. And if you're doing sufficient amount, you're doing timely, I'll reissue another order for you so you can work the balances down, okay?
Okay.
All right. And I'm putting on here that it's reoccurring as long as you're submitting within the time frames and you're getting close to the hours or more to that monthly amount, okay?
Hmm.
All right, so 25 hours. I'm giving you credit for 1 day of jail. There's that fee I told you about. We already talked about that. So I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. When you get released out of custody, just come across the street, ask the detention staff where we're at, and they'll direct you, and you can come make that first payment.
Okay.
Make sure you bring the judgment and sentencing form. You'll get a copy of it, need to sign it. Make sure you bring that with you so they know what we're talking about.
Okay.
And you'll have to sign that form. And then the last form I'm going to have for you is how to file a Rule 33 petition for post-conviction relief. And if you're denied, how to file a petition for review. So there'll be an informational letter that talks about that. It'll also talk to you about how to set aside the judgment of conviction pursuant to Arizona Revised Statutes 13905 once all the terms of the sentence have been completed. And you may qualify for a certificate of second chance and apply to seal the records pursuant to Arizona Revised Statutes 13911 once the terms of the sentence and the timeframes have been satisfied. Okay? So that letter will explain all of those. All right, sir, do you have any questions about anything that we spoke about?
No.
All right, then that is all I have for you now, and this paperwork will be sent over shortly.
Thanks.
And on that one, call the sergeant. Step to the counter, state your full name for the judge.
Christopher Davis Lynch.
Well, Mr. Blank, let me get your case pulled apart here.
No problem, Your Honor.
I got some brief information of your request. You have your mother went into the hospital.
Yes, I got a video visit earlier today. She had a heart attack last night and she's on life support in the belly. And I was seeing if we could possibly modify my release conditions so I could go down and say goodbye to her.
All right, who sent you that information?
It was me, my girlfriend. We were
Okay.
on a video visit. We were on a video visit.
Pardon me?
We were on a video visit, me and my fiance.
Okay, so what I have no problem. That's a condition that I'm willing to release you on. But what I want is a piece of evidence of her admission into the hospital.
Okay.
So are you able to speak with your fiance to get one record that says that she was checked into the hospital, whatever it is?
I'm not sure. I know that right now that her and my daughter are struggling or scrambling trying to get me released on my bond so that way I can do it. So I don't know if I can get a hold of them right away. I can try for sure.
Okay, so let the detention staff know that you need to make a phone call. Okay. And then what I need is a document that says that your mother, what is your mother's name?
Juanita Davis.
Okay, yeah, that she has been admitted into the hospital under urgent circumstances.
I know that my sister's the one that called my fiance, and my sister is in flight right now. So I don't know if she's gonna be able to get a hold of her at all. To be able to get that, piece of paper.
Okay.
I mean, I don't. I mean, I'll do pretrial services, check-in, anything we have to do, if we need to, sir.
I'll just release you with those conditions, but
Okay.
I'll need that document. So I'll make sure you make the phone calls and either get it to the jail staff there and they'll get it to me, or have
Okay.
them send it directly to the court and they can email it if they want, or they can email it to the jail staff. And then once I look at that, then I'll release you on both of these circumstances. Now, having said that, there's that complaint filing that is due on the 12th. So if at 1 o'clock or 1:30 roughly tomorrow, if there's not a complaint filed, then you're going to be released anyway on the felony allegations without having to post the bond. So make sure you keep that in mind. If
Okay.
they do file the complaint, I will still do what I've spoke to you about with that evidence of the admission. Okay.
I know
All right.
I know for a fact once my sister lands, I can find out.
Yeah,
when that-
and I was going to talk about that. So your fiance may not have access to the medical records, so that
That's
might,
what I'm worried about.
HIPAA violations. But your sister is a family member; she might be able to obtain that documentation for you.
Yes.
Okay. So if hypothetically, if she can't get the document to us or whatever, tomorrow's a big day at 1:30 to see if the felony complaint files or not. If it doesn't, file, then that one's going to be released. Then we only have the misdemeanor on the driving suspended violation, and so I hope that document you're able to get that document here.
I'll see what I can do. I know my sister probably flying from Oregon probably has a layover, so I'm not sure. I'll see what I can do to find out.
Okay, yeah, because she might be able to even call and get an email to her, and if she has a phone, then she can get it and forward it to the jail staff there, and then we can address it tomorrow and hopefully get something happen for you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, any questions on any of that, sir?
No, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Okay. Meanwhile, I'm going to call or have my staff contact the prosecuting office and give them a bit of this information,
Okay.
so they have that of what I'm going to do if you're able to produce that document.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
That way. Got it, sir?
All right, I'll get it sent over to you shortly.
You got it. Thank you, sir.
You bet.